angry, bitter, insecure. Some of us, men have added to that. Do not get me wrong. We've added fuel to that fire. But why? But then you wonder why black men date other races, because they go through it too. That's not weak. Because what it is that they've accepted. This is what, and I tell people are built differently. They accept it, acknowledge it, push through it, move on. Black women dwell in it, keep dealing with it, keep dwelling in it, keep bringing it up, and then everybody is the same. Everybody is Pookie. Everybody is Ray Ray. Everybody is Lil Junebug. Everybody is that. And you know how long that goes for? Until you 35 or 40 years old. And then what you do is do this. You develop things called my BFF. And you do things like paint and sip. And you do things like, let's go to the movie. Now here's what I'm saying.
It's a distraction.
Right. Because what you're doing is that you're finding comfort in your own because people of the same, like, I can't think of the word right now because I was on the whole brainstorm. But people that share the same problems and energy, they relate. And so then you become guilty by association, per se. Mm-hmm. So instead of you facing your fear and saying, hey, I'm going to give this man a chance, because other races go through the same thing, and they give their guys the same clean slate.
But I think that you're labeled an angry black woman if you have an opinion, if you have an opinion or you have a certain standard
Tanya, right?
For certain things.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
You're damn right.
But you're labeled.
Let me tell you why.
If I have an opinion.
Let me tell you why. Because black women don't know this. You don't, and I'm going to be so real with y'all, and please don't get mad, and people that's listening. Black women don't know when to shut the hell up. So, no, wait a minute. See, stop doing that.
And a lot of men don't know when to speak up.
That's right. It is, and we're on this. A lot of men don't know when to step We're on the same page there.
Okay. But see, all of that still falls into the foundation of what is a relationship.
What is the foundation?
Right.
You have more black people with single black mothers at home, and we're in a generation right now. We're 4 generations deep of single women raising boys and girls. And I'm saying boys and girls, not young men and young women.
Correct.
Because the foundation was never there. They didn't understand the foundation because they didn't have it. And then they're teaching what they was taught, how to be independently single.
Right.
And I say independently single because what does it mean to be independent? It means single.
Correct.
By yourself.
And
doing
to be
it on
independent.
your own.
Correct.
That doesn't mean I'm being taught how to incorporate someone else's views, ideas, and ambitions into my own, and then we work together or work as a unit, because we all have a role in a relationship. But see, other races, they understand their role.
Mm-hmm.
Black women look at that a lot of times as, no, we're equal or nothing
Can
at all.
Can I give a great point to that? And I'm eating a cracker. Do y'all remember the movie The Family That Prays?
Together.
And it was a white couple. Sanaa Lathan was the black girl that didn't appreciate her black husband, and the white girl and knew about Sanaa Lathan. I want you to hear my point, because I thought it was so fictional, and then I thought about it after the movie. I actually thought about it. I said, you know what? The white girl said the realest thing ever. She said, I'm not giving up none of this. She knew. See, this is when the problem is. Most of the time, women, when y'all meet men, you all know the type of man you're dealing with. And once you do this, once you continue to date and deal with that man, that means by law of nature, you've accepted that. And once you accepted that, don't do this, stop doing that. And then once you say stop doing that, the man is like, the man don't speak up and say, well, baby, you met me like this. This is me. Right. What we do is say, damn, I don't get it. Why is she tripping? Mm-hmm. And so this goes on for months. In some cases goes on for years. Right. And then now, by the time you're done and you done did your Mary J. Blige, I'm not going to cry and all this and that. Now, you're angry, bitter, insecure, frustrated, and then you meet a guy like me, right? I'm explaining this. You meet a guy that's real, straightforward, and honest, and you know what? You still take it as a load of crap. It's so crazy that women don't realize when you see real in your face, because you ask a man everything because you've been through the storm, and so now you know, hey, I know it's going to rain. Let me see what type of storm it is, so I know how to dress and prepare myself. You know this. You know the fight, but you choose not to accept what's real because some reason women still think that they can change or create their own in whatever they do, and you just can't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand what I'm saying? Tell me, what don't you understand?
You said somewhere a woman can't change a man.
Women. Let me tell you this. Women, and I want you to fully understand this. Women are you're a woman. I'm gonna tell you, you are naturally nurturers.
Exactly.
And raising, so you feel like your duty naturally is to raise and to teach and to train and to show a man or a woman or even a young lady something better and different. You're gonna nurture and pamper and secure and make better. So what I'm saying is that women feel like they can always change man because they feel like, because you all been taught through your grandmothers, your aunties, your cousins, your sisters. Oh, that's just what men do. Oh, girl, all you gotta do is do this. That'll get him right. Oh, he cheated on you a couple times. Oh, girl, you gotta do this and that. And then what happens is, now you think this, for some reason you got that look on your face like what I'm saying don't make sense. You don't understand it either?
Well, I think that a person, if you want to change, you're going to change. But that's the same thing with men. Men want to change you as well because, like I said, I've been married to my husband a long time, and I'm not a breakfast person. I don't get up and cook breakfast. But for some reason, he thought that because we were married, I'm going to get up and cook you breakfast. You want breakfast? I eat breakfast every day. Get up and fix it yourself. Because I don't do breakfast. And that was just that. That doesn't make me an angry black woman. It makes me a woman that's standing for what it is. I don't wake up in the morning to cook breakfast. If you want breakfast, fix breakfast.
But tell me why.
Because I don't get up and cook breakfast.
See?
So my children, let me tell you this now. I'm going to make sure that you have everything there. You got your instant oatmeal, you got your bacon, you got whatever it is that you want to eat for breakfast.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure, because I'm a woman, I'm going to grocery shop because ain't nobody going to grocery shop in my house like me. So I'm going to grocery shop.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that everyone in my home has everything that you need. But understand me when I say, if I don't have to be at work early, and when I have to be at work at 6:30, that means I'm getting up at 5. That's to take a shower and get my clothes together so I can get out that house, because I'm not that prepared. I'm not getting my clothes ready at night.
Let's be real. So, and I'm not mad at what
it
you
was
said.
an argument.
Okay.
That's my point. It was a all knockdown, drag out battle with he and I. We went to marriage counseling because his biggest argument was that my wife won't get up and fix me breakfast. And you know what our counselor told him? Get over it.
I agree.
Get over it.
You know why I agree?
Because he figured that because we were married, that would change me. No.
So this is the biggest thing I feel that's in all relationships, that relationships become deal breakers. We have somehow lost the art of compromise. Some women, see, and let's be real, because Don, you said it best. You said women. So let's just be real. So don't take it as just being sexist. I'm just being honest. Women have been on women empowerment and women independency for years now, right? I can do this. I can do the same thing a man can do. I can do this. This is me. Blah blah blah. I'm independent. I'm empowered to the women and all this and that. Now hold on. Here's what happens. The word, when women say they're independent, they're independent, but they're into being dependent. Meaning that I'm into still dependent on this man. I just can do what you can do. So what happens is, right? What happens in a relationship is that you get so gun-ho on that energy is that you forget to say, okay, you know what? But you did it though, and unlike some cases, I'm gonna tell you what your compromise was. I don't cook exactly. I don't cook breakfast, but baby, you got everything you need. And you know what? Cool. But you got some women. Let's just be real. Oh, I don't do all that. Oh, you get your. I don't even know what you eat for breakfast. Go get it. You took the initiative, and that's what I'm saying. That's great, because this needs to happen. What other women can understand the art of compromise is that. If I don't do this, let me find a way.
But it wasn't good enough.
That's just because
until a counselor, someone else, had to step in and say, "Get over it."
Correct.
Everything you need is right there. This is your middle point right here. This is middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
You have everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
She's already said she's not. Well, their terms were, she's already dug her heels in. She's not getting up to fix your breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to figure out what you want to do. He said, I want my kids to have breakfast in the morning. She said, and what is wrong with you getting up, getting it yourself?
So let me ask you all, ladies.
At the same point, he felt like he could change me. Was it a thing of, okay, we're going to get divorced behind it? No, it's not. You just, if you don't eat breakfast, you'll just be hungry.
So let me ask you all this.
I want to say something.
Hold on, because I got Jack. I want to ask. Don't forget your point, but I want you to give me a scenario because I want people to understand different compromises. I want, if you can remember, if you know a scenario in a relationship where you had to compromise, can you speak on that and you go ahead with your train of thought too? I'm sorry.
I mean, I have because so when I was married, I actually did. We did this before we got married, and then when we got married, it's like a whole thing changed. So you want me to get up and cook every day, which I don't mind cooking. I love cooking, but if I've been working all day and you've been sitting at home all day and ain't doing nothing, why can't you cook for me? Or
say that one more time.
I've been working all day. You've been at home all day doing nothing but playing video games. You can't cook for me.
So would it sound sexist if I said the only reason why you worked all day is because you wanted that because that's what you women fought for?
That's sexist.
Okay. I just want to say, I just asked.
Because we both got to make money. But anyway,
right.
So we've also came to where let's work to. I've put in suggestions.
Okay.
Let's cook together. We've done that a few times. But then after a while, it's like, I don't feel like it, or he don't feel like it, or whatever. Okay, well, squad meat then.
Okay.
But it's.
Go ahead,
I don't
Angel.
know. Well, after a time, it just went down the hill.
I used to be
Understandable.
married before, and he was a vegetarian.
Grab the
and I
mic.
wasn't. So
Okay.
my ex-husband was a vegetarian, and I wasn't. So I didn't want my kids to be vegetarians.
So you like meat?
Oh, I love meat.
Hold on.
Nerds.
She like meat.
No, I said I love meat. Let's get it right.
Okay.
So.
She oh my God, y'all take the camera. Oh my God. So as much as you love meat, you don't like swallow. Okay,
No,
we got that.
I like to chew my meat. But anyway.
You say you. Go ahead, baby. Say, we gonna keep throwing jabs until you swallow this meat. Not mine. Oh my God, that came out so wrong. Blame the Duce. Blame the Duce.
I'm about to forget what I'm about to say. Listen, so he was a vegetarian, so I didn't want my kids to be vegetarian. But I agreed to cook his vegetarian meals, and I didn't fry chicken and do all that extra stuff. We were cooking in coconut oil, but it turned me on to like healthy eating, you know.
Okay.
And I tried it for like a week. And so I started stealing my son's chicken in the bathroom, eating it like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. But so I don't know. I just think when you marry, you love somebody, you have to have the ability to compromise and do things that you really don't feel like doing, because there are going to be times where there's things that you normally do and you don't feel like doing, and you would wish the other person can do it, you know. I would go to the end of the earth with my husband, you know, within reason. But and that's just my opinion. So
let's ask this. To sum it up, what's the reason why you're not married no more?
Well, he was lazy. You know, the roles tended to reverse because he didn't want to work. He's a Libra. He wants it all without much effort. Sorry. He's a man, though. Libra man. It's a little different.
Right.
Different. He was lazy, so I had a great job, and so the bills were like 60-40, whatever, because I can pay more, I made more. But he got fired from one job, quit another, and I would just come home. He would just be laying on the couch.
He was at-home husband.
Yeah, he was at home. So then I came home. He would cook. He would clean. And they were most nights, so I enjoyed that. But I felt it made me a little more aggressive than I needed to be, because it was like I was, you know, like I don't know. And we want equality, but let's be real. When you with a man and it's a woman, one is like more aggressive than the other, you know? So, and he ended up leaving me and the kids, you know? So,
damn.
But,
why do you think he left? He ran from responsibility, or you
He
think
just, he just couldn't measure up. It's like